Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, world if you will. I am Sunset801, and I am here streaming live on YouTube Forza Horizon 4. Alrighty. Forgive me if my voice sounds a little weird. I'm having a bit of like an allergy flare-up for some reason. Let me fix my phone real quick. Hopefully everyone can hear me because I'm watching the stream on my phone and everyone appears to be able to hear me. But we are doing something a little bit different this stream. Forza Horizon 4, I bring you because, well, Forza Horizon 4 drift builds seem to be very popular on my channel at the moment. And for once, I'm going to build a drift car live, maybe more. Maybe I'll do separate videos on them eventually, but for now, we're doing drift builds live. Sure, and I'm going to sell some cars, going to buy some cars, you're going to watch with me, even though I'm probably the only person watching, but that's okay. As I can see, I have one person watching, which is me. But anyway, yes, I'm going to hit the lights that are in my room real quick, and we're just going to jump straight into it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Well, let's see here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just look at the auction house real quick. Right now I have 6.8 million credits, so let's see what we can find. Lots of expensive cars. AMG GTR, I've done one of those before. Just click through the drift build playlist, you'll be able to find that. RS6 Avant. Very nice. Actually, you know what? I will bid on this Lotus. I haven't done a Lotus yet. Of course, I never really liked doing Lotus builds, but of course that was years ago. Ooh. See if I can bid on this Nissan GTR. I'll probably be outbid because people love the GTRs. Ooh, R31. I haven't done one of those in a while. I've never done an R31 on the channel, but I have done a drift build of the R31, and it is pretty good. Oh. Yay, I won the Lotus Elise and the R31. But I did not win the 2012 GTR. Never do. Oh shit, excuse me. Unfortunately, the loading times on Xbox One take a little bit too long for my liking. But we just spent 35 or 36 grand on 2 cars. Not a bad deal. They're cars that I wouldn't expect people to be using all the time. But anyway, I need to make some money as well, so I'm gonna sell some cars. Now, I do know that some people in the comments were keen on asking if they could have me sell them a car, which I'm happy to oblige, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of hard to do, especially when you consider my upload schedule and my work schedule and basically everything around me. I don't know your personal gamer tag or what even console you use, nor do I even know who you are as a person, in which I mean no offense, but it's simply a matter of I don't exactly know you and you don't exactly know me, so it's a little bit but at the same time I'm happy to oblige. Anyway, I think I wanted to do the 4C as a drift build at one point. The Julia I wanted to do as well. But the 4C not so much, so I'm going to sell this one. Actually, wait. 74 grand I can auction this for. You know, it's worth a try. Do 50 grand. For the time being, I'll create the auctions as an hour. Just because then I can do like another hour-long auction depending on how long I want this stream to be. Let's see. I have 2 Gremlins, both of which are proper drift cars. Both are LS swaps, and I'm going to sell the one that is... It's got the swirls on it. And for 50 grand, that is a very good deal. But if you also wanted to get it for 100 grand, that's also a decent deal. Considering the car itself is probably about 20 grand. And then you add like another $100,000 worth in parts. Yeah, it's expensive builds. Like, these builds aren't cheap. It's also a benefit that when I purchased this game on day 1 release, I went for the deluxe package where I get all the wheel spins and everything. I don't know if I'll show those, if I even have any. Excuse me. I just finished dinner, so I'm a little gassy, if you know what I mean. Let's sell this Audi R8. This one I'm gonna go for the premium 300 grand, but 100k starting price. But that's what I would do for a base R8 anyway. This RS4 is great in the snow, by the way. Not even so much as a drift car, but as a car in general, this is one of my favorites for some reason. The Bentleys. So we have the white one and the black one. I'm gonna sell the black one, because the white one is the one in the video. I usually want a pretty hefty price for it. So 500k should do. Those cars, they fluctuate in price a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I'm on the auction house quite often. So I've basically seen almost every single car go through it. Beamers. I need to do a BMW M2. And I need to redo the M4 drift build that I did, what was it, a year ago? If not longer. Actually, no, I take that back. It might have been... No, it might have been last year. Or was... I don't know. I digress. The M3. Best M3. It's the V8 one. I think this was the drift build in the video. And I don't think that... No, that might be a drift build as well. I don't need 2 M3s, so... Do 80k. Yay, we have 2 people watching. Hello, other person. Anyway, back to more drift builds. So we have a few M5s. I will say that I'm planning on redoing the M5 build. So I think I'm going to sell this one, because this one was from an older video I did. Oh jeez, was it 2 years ago already? Or was it a year ago? I can't remember. But I've done a video on this. Of course, that video was terrible because it was sped up. The build itself wasn't even that great, but hey, it still got over 1,000 views. Of course, I've privatized it already, so now it doesn't even matter. You know, I might actually save that M5. I think that's... Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the E34? And then, is this the E30? I can't remember. No, wait, the E30 I think was from the 80s. I don't know. I'll have to look it up at some point. But that might be all the Beamers I sell. Not going to sell the Bowler. Not going to sell my Bugattis. I have a Chiron and the EB101 Sport. EB101, that doesn't make any sense. EB110, that's what I meant. Chiron, ultimate car, one of my all-time favorite cars. This is a paint job I think I bought it with. It's like a blue and purple two-tone with the black exterior there. Very cool car. Very cool car. The Cadillacs. I did a CTSV quite a long time ago. I did it like as a Barbie car with gold wheels. Gold dub wheels, I should say. Not selling any of these, though. I'm still working on, like, fixing things with this CTSV, but I'll bring back the CTSV one day, because that's also one of my favorite cars. It just looks that nice and has a Corvette engine, so that's great. Chevys. Alright, so we're gonna have to sell one of the Corvette ZR1s here. Though I can't remember which one is in the video. I guess it doesn't matter since they're both the same. But I had a lot of fun making that video. Because that's where I started really taking the cinematics that are in my newer videos a little bit more serious. And of course I have two 06s, but only one is the drift car. I'm gonna save them both. This one's in the video, this one is my personal daily driver, if you will. These Camaros, I might do a drift build out of one. And actually, if you want an out-of-the-box drift car, this isn't bad. This Drift 1500 DeBerti design. It's not bad out of the box. Could be better, but it's not bad. There's the white Z06, which I'm actually surprised this car hasn't done better. Like, I actually really like this car in general. But, like, I really thought this was going to be a better video in terms of views. I think it only has, like, 14 views. Which I would expect it to have more. So considering this video with this ZR1 I did, it's already up to, like, 30-something views. Alright, I'm going to sell this El Camino. This was actually a project that I had been working on a long time ago. Now, it would have been at least a few months. But so far, I haven't been able to figure out how to do a drift build with an El Camino, let alone a truck. Yes, I'm calling the El Camino a truck because it has the truck bed. And let me tell you, when you're doing a drift build, that bed really throws you off. At least throws me off. I guess I could sell this Nova. It is a Forza edition, and while I could be collecting Forza editions, I really don't care. Alright, do 100k. I hope I'm going to be able to sell all the cars I want. I mean, I'm selling a lot more than I usually do, but that's because we're doing stuff on stream. And when we're on the auction house, tell me if there's like a car you want to see, or like a car that you want me to build, and like I can go on the auction house and just go look for it. Oh, the 150 sedans. These are actually decent drift cars. I don't know why I have 3 of them though. Alright, 4 technically, but the other one was a different build. Alright, at least 50k for them. This was also a weird build. I was like, let's do something different. Oh, a 55 Chevy. That's cool. I could do the Bel Air, but this one was cheaper at the time. I think that one's the one in the video, because it has like purplish wheels, and I'm pretty sure the one in the video had purplish wheels. 50K. And again, if you're in Forza Horizon 4, feel free to bid on any of these cars. Datsun 510. Kind of an underrated car. It's one of those cars that I wouldn't expect to be good, but it actually is awesome. I'm gonna sell the blue one, because the orange one is in the video. I don't expect this one to sell, but in case it does, you never know. Back when Nissan was called Datsun, and Nissans were actually good in terms of reliability. And now we move on to Mopar, or Dodge. Okay, I will say that the Challenger Hellcat drift build will be coming out eventually. I just have to build the actual car. I think this one was going to be a proper drift car. You know what? That might be the next build. Challenger Hellcat. Dodge Viper ACR. I might do a drift build with these, so I'm not going to sell them yet. You know what? I'll sell this one because I don't remember if it was good or not. But hey, it looks cool. Ooh. I could sell for that high? It's a bit extreme. I'll start her off at 70. I don't expect it to sell for 200, but in case someone does want to buy it. Oh, 3 people. Kenny Tober, what you doing? I'm on. Come on, can I join? I don't know what you mean by join. If you're meaning joining my session, I'm kind of just selling cars at the moment. But, if you mean as like a free roam session, then maybe. But, thank you for joining the live stream. Jeez, I just lost my train of thought, but... Oh, this Viper GTS, I'm selling this. This was also another old video that's been since taken off. It had terrible music, and it was not the best build I've done. Kenny Tober and everyone in the chat and in the live stream, if you want to bid on these cars, I'm on the Forza Horizon 4 for Xbox One. And just type in for the creator tab Sunset 801, and you should be able to find my all the cars I have up for auction. Ferrari, one of my least favorite companies, just because of the snobbery that there is. So here's the 458 that was in my treasure hunter video. You can find that in the playlist as well. This is not actually the 599 GTO drift car that's been released as like an actual drift car. This car was basically a stock 599 GTO that I built up to be a decent drift car, which held my personal best for a while. And I just got a design off online. Excuse me. Anyway, I might do another 599 GTO video. Actually, I haven't done a video, have I? I guess that's up on the bucket list. Not gonna sell any yet, because I don't know if I have the tune for this saved. More Ferraris, more Ferraris. I will make a drift video out of this car. I hate this car. This is my least favorite Ferrari of all time. It is ugly. Look at that front end. Like, that's early 60s or excuse me, late 60s Ferrari Flare that looks like a 1980s shitbox. I just took a big shit on Ferrari. I hope I don't get a cease and desist letter. The Mustangs and other Fords. So here's the Sunset 5.0. Oh crap, I can't remember which one's which. I should really build something to tell these guys apart. This might be the one in the video. Special to me because it's technically my mascot. You can see it in my, what is it, the channel profile picture, or channel profile thumbnail. But special to me because it's probably my favorite drift car I've ever built, because Mustangs, as you might know, are one of my all-time favorite, if not my favorite all-time car ever. I have a couple other builds, I guess. I don't remember what this was. Maybe just a street build or something. I got a couple Ford GTs as well. I don't think I'm gonna make a drift build out of a Ford GT. I mean, let me know in the comments if you want me to. Because, I mean, if you do, I will. But, yeah, I have no real plans for them. They've slowed down in the market as well. I remember Forza Horizon 3 was really big for them because it was like the first time you seen the Ford GT back in like 2017. And they were, I was flipping them like for retail value every time. And like I made so much money from them. I guess I could sell this one. Could always get another one. Not gonna make as much money as I usually do, but oh well. Maybe someone will buy it for that. Also, I really don't like how Forza Horizon 4 and 3 for that matter have that like auction house limit of how much you can sell a car for. Like if I want to sell a car for retail value, why can't I do that? Like it's artificial marketing, or no, wait. Artificial market value, I think it is. Like some cars that are worth absolutely nothing when you buy them brand new are worth like $1 million. Like Ford Focus RS's, they're worth $59,000 apparently in retail, but yet I could sell it for $145,000. I guess for all the upgrades and stuff, but that's beside the point. Like, take your Lamborghini Huracan, Gallardos, Ferrari, like almost any Ferrari that's like let me give you a better example, like the 430, even the 599s and the 458s, they're $100,000 cars all day. Like even when this game first came out, Lamborghini Miuras, $100,000 car all day. Now they're back up to like $500,000. GT500s. Decent cars. I think this one is the drift build. I don't know what this one is. Oh, the Utes. Oh, I think I already sold the drift Ute. Alright, I'm gonna have to build another drift Ute. But GT350R. Very nice drift build. Again, a little bit underrated in terms of viewership. But then again, I am a small channel. The 05 Ford GTs. Good overall cars. I've not built a drift build out of one yet, but I might. The SVT Cobra R is also a decent drift build. This one I've used in a lot of regular races. This particular car is not a drift build. Neither is this one. The Snow Spirit, as I call it. But this was like an acceleration build for rank A, of course. Good car. Stood really good chance against like Audis and stuff, but it lacked the top speed to like really compete. But on tight turns, it was pretty good. I'm gonna sell this one because I've since privatized that video as well. Again with the long loading screens. There we go. What else? I'd like to do a Fox Body drift build, but they are too expensive, and you can't buy them in the auto show. At least I don't think you can. Oh, this Escort RS 1800. This was like a budget drift build I did like a year ago. I never made a video for it, but it was like 500 horsepower-ish. Not the best build I've done, but at the same time, I wanted to prove that, hey, you can do like a budget build. Relatively, I think. I'll have to try a budget build at some point. Not a big Ford Falcon fan, but eh. Also, I'm gonna take a weird opinion. I don't actually like the 70s Mustang Mach 1. It's cool because it's an old Mustang, but this is when I think the Mustang got too fat. Like, it looks reminiscent of like a modern, like 05, 06 Mustang. But at the same time, how do you go from this to this? Like, it's too big. The 68 is what I call the pinnacle of iconic Mustangs. You can't beat a 68 Mustang. And this one actually I think is a drift build as well. I actually had two of these. This one has the 5.2 liter out of the GT350R, and then I did a different one where it was like the Fast and Furious drift Mustang with the RB26. Of course, this one was the better build, and the Tokyo Drift one was actually a horrible build for me. But anyway, I need to do a video on this Lotus Cortina because this was actually kind of fun and kind of semi-unrealistic, because it's one of those cars that it's the ultimate sleeper. You don't expect it. Same with like something like this. If I could put like an LS swap into it, it'd be amazing. That's not a drift car. This actually, I think, is supposed to be a drift truck. But again, I don't know how to drift a truck or make a drift build out of a truck. I might, you know what? No, I'm not gonna sell that one. The Deluxe Coupe is also a drift build that I did recently. Again, you can find that in the drift build playlist. It's fairly high up there. That's a fun one because like when you're drifting, your view on the outside, it's weird because the car looks smaller. But I do have a couple Formula Drift cars. The 43 Dodge Viper I've seen way too often in the like the world record thing, or like the record. What am I trying to say? The records for the Needle Hill climb on Fortune Island. I guess this is probably one of the best cars. I'll have to do a video for myself to like see if it's actually any good. But yeah, I have one. I don't know how I got it, but it exists. The weird thing about this Hennessy Venom GT, I didn't know it actually had a manual transmission, which I don't know if that's prototypical. I've never seen the inside of a Hennessy Venom, so I have no idea. But this is actually a Hennessy Venom drift car I did. I did this, geez, it had to be like 2019, like early 2019. But that video I've since privatized, but it was one of my first attempts at clickbaiting people, because in the thumbnail it was like, how many points? Meanwhile, it was only at 395,000, which is like nothing. But anyway, this was a failed attempt at a drift car, this Sandman panel van. I don't know if anyone's gonna buy it because it's not the best car in the world at all, or very desirable, to be honest. But it's quirky. It's not a very good car stock, but I don't know. To each his own, I guess. Now, there's a reason I haven't done an NSX as a drift build. I've tried to, but the last time I did that, it failed miserably because for some reason, this thing has like no torque. Like, even when you upgrade it, the torque to horsepower ratio is not there. And I feel like you need torque for a drift build for some reason. The same kind of goes with the S2000, it's just that the S2000, I just haven't bothered with it. Nothing really against the S2000, it's a nice car, but just not, I don't find it interesting. And this is a random CRX that I'm going to sell. Because I'm one of the vocal minority where I don't actually like the Honda CRX. I think it personally looks ugly, dated, and while it might be fun, I just don't like it. I'm not a big compact car person. You see these RX-7 Torque Stallions go for $5,000 every day. That's why I have 2 of them. You don't see this Ford Focus or the Bel Air too often. You rarely see these HSV Holden things. I guess people just don't know about them. And I usually sell these Q60 concepts because I don't like dealing with concept cars. It's a nifty idea to have a concept car, but I'm not really fussed about it. Also, the selling price, like, really, I can't sell this for retail. Like, come on, man. The Jaguar F-Pace. I hate this car because it took me like a month just to get the damn video out. Not only was the drift build nearly impossible to do, the drift was almost impossible to do. It took me like 30 tries just to get it right. And like so many different tune setups that I finally got one tune setup that I was able to drift around once. It's like, there you go. This thing is all sorts of messed up. But that's probably my fault. Anyway. Otherwise, not too much of a Jaguar fan. Although I do have this XJS. It's an ugly Jaguar. But it's also a low horsepower drift build, which made it unique. It's alright. I need to redo that video. Because it's one of those things where you don't expect an old British V12. Yes, this thing has a V12. To drift around as a drift car. I also need to do an E-Type Jag. Really? That thing has 265 horsepower stock? I'm surprised. The Kia Stinger. Yeah, we're just gonna forget about the Jeeps. Those are my Jeeps. No Kia Stingers for sale, but I might sell one later on. Interesting build, this one. I think I took the stock motor for it. I don't know. Interesting. Just watch the video. You see these Agera RSs go up a lot. The reason that they're up a lot is because they were free. And everyone's like, oh, I can sell it for millions. No. No one's going to buy it because everyone has it. Now to Lamborghini. Probably one of my favorite car companies because they look amazing. Let's start with this Urus. This is not the concept car. This is an actual DLC factory looking Urus. I don't know if I'll do a drift build out of it, but I just figured I'd mention because it's cool. Centenario, again, not going to do a drift build out of it because these are hella expensive. Lamborghini SV, or excuse me, Aventador SV. Again, probably not going to do a drift build out of that because they are hella expensive. Like, even though it's only 480 grand, you see them go for $1 million for some reason. I have done the Huracan build, though. The green one is in a video. Just search down in the playlist. It should be next to the Toyota Supra video I did a while back. Oh, man, unfortunately, I don't have any other, like, Huracan drift builds. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do then is I'm going to have to make a Huracan drift build and sell it to people. Because that's so far out of my redo drift series. You know, I'm going to call it the redo drift series just temporarily because starting, I think it was like March 3rd of this year, I like redid how I do all the drift builds. It was the Supra video actually that started it. I actually properly slowed it down to where you can actually see what is being built. And like, I actually made proper drift builds where you can drift in 4th gear rather than 3rd. But anyway, the Veneno. Waste of money, but extremely cool. To be honest, I don't even know why I bought it. Excuse me. I bought this, I think, in Forza Horizon 3 originally. Realized it was kind of terrible. Sold it. And now I've bought it again. I guess it's like a show car. I'm not going to do anything with it because it's like... Anyway. Don't discount an Aventador video. I will do my best to get one out, but driving the Aventador as a drift build, it's actually a lot tougher than you think. Not going to spoil anything else because it's... I still really haven't made the video yet, or the car properly yet. I also have a bunch of Aventadors for some reason. The Gallardo Superleggera LP570-4s. Nice cars. My favorite Lamborghini of all time. Well, I take that back. The pre-LP Gallardos. They are my favorite. Murcielago. These are very hard to come by. Because they go obscenely expensive for not, like, no reason. I mean, yes, retail is $500,000. But... Oh, down to 2 people watching. But... good car overall, I guess. Diablos, Countachs, they're pretty much a dime a dozen. No one cares about the Harama. The Miura P400. This is one of the nicest Lamborghinis I will ever see. If I ever see one in real life. And actually, I think the only reason I liked this was because Forza Motorsport 3 had this 05 Miura concept car. It was basically a modern version of the old 60s Miura. And it was great. This is just a nice car. I think this one was actually going to be a budget drift build. Or I tried to make it a drift build, but again, it has no torque. Don't really care about Lancia. Don't really care about Land Rover because you can't make a drift car out of it, really. I mean, you probably could, but why would you? Actually, that gives me an idea. Oh, Lord. None of these are worth anything. Oh, there's the Lotus Elise I just bought. Maserati MC12s, they're a dime a dozen. They're not worth anything. Ah, the Mazda section. I'm not actually going to sell any of the Mazdas because I've already sold the duplicates that I've already had. This isn't getting sold because I've had this car since... Actually, this is the first car I made a video for Forza Horizon 4. But, alright, let me rephrase that. This is the first Forza Horizon 4 car I ever showcased. And it was back when I was still called Anthracite Cobra, which I don't know if any of my OG viewers are watching, but yes, I was once called the Anthracite Cobra. I am now Sunset 801. And yeah, but this was the first car I ever showcased, and I got 300,000 points as my high score. I did not know how to drift very well. I did not know how to build a car very well, and I was basically starting out as a YouTuber still. Yeah, this car is kind of special. This one isn't so much. This one, I'd recommend you watch the video, because it's not a bad car. Decent car. I did expect it to get more views, though. A little disappointed it didn't get as many views. This Miata build... Blah, 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 blah. This Miata build did, though. Oh, this is the one I put the Corvette motor in. Can you imagine a Corvette-powered Miata? That just doesn't make any sense, and I love it. Anyway. I'm trying to make a McLaren Senna drift build, or at least I was, until I probably gave up, because it's just nearly impossible to drift the damn thing, let alone drive it. And again, for some reason, Forza decided to release it for free. I mean, your Halo car for the game, like, really? You release it for free so everyone can have it? Like, come on, man. They were selling 1 million a pop. It was great. Yeah, basically, terrible drift car. It has so much handling to make sure it goes correct that it overcorrects itself when you don't want it to. Like, it doesn't want to slide. It just wants to go regular. 720S coupe. Probably make a drift build out of it, but if the 650S has taught me anything, stay away from it. Again, not meant for drifting. I honestly hate this car, but I'm not going to sell it because I'm pretty sure I got it for free. Anyway. Mercedes GTRs were trending for a while, but they've really fallen off the radar. I guess people don't like them for some reason. I don't know. I love the GTR. Mercedes AMG GTR. It's probably my favorite Mercedes. People like the GTS, and like the GT, and probably the GT 4-door, but there's no love for the GTR. Like, is it the price? I don't know. I like the GTR better. Also, I don't like this car, the SLS. I don't. People are like, oh my god, this is the best car ever. But and it's got the gull wing doors. Who cares? Like, this car doesn't sell well. This car is... It's one of those cars that, again, I'm a vocal minority. I don't care for it personally, but everyone else loves. Maybe it's me against popular culture. I don't know. Also, this Black Series this is gonna get sold. It wasn't a bad video when it debuted, but the drift build wasn't great. The video wasn't great. For some reason, didn't get a lot of views. But I don't know. I guess not many people are building drift builds out of a Mercedes-Benz. This wasn't a bad drift car. I never made a video about this, and I probably should. But it's one of those sleeper builds. I'll have to do a video about it. I need to do a 2006 Tokyo Drift Mitsubishi Lancer. Ooh, this would be cool. Three-wheeler Morgan. For those of you who don't know, Morgan is one of those car companies that, like, they build what essentially is supposed to be a classic car, but it's basically a modern version of it, if that makes any sense. I don't know, they're cool. This is not the fastest car in the game. Okay, Nissan, everyone's favorite. So I have a couple different GTRs. This one needs to be sold immediately. And I wish I could sell it for more. But it has an anime wrap on it, so... Or is it a wrap? Design? Because it's in-game and not real life. So far, nothing's sold yet. At least I've never gotten a notification of a car selling yet. We're gonna sell this GTR as well, because I have the other GTR that I've called the Candy Sky. Damn it, there's no option to go like 150. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. GTRs are expensive, by the way. Everyone... I swear they're $100,000 cars all day, but people just love them too much. This, even though it's a concept car, I am trying to make a drift build out of it. It works for a little bit. This actually has the Aventador engine, but because of this truck's size, it sucks. Because you're trying to drift basically a whale. Like, try and drive an airplane around an airport runway, but instead of going straight, you're doing all sorts of turns with it. That's what it's like. Trying to drive an airport... Yes, because you can drive an airport. Trying to drive an airplane around an airport runway, but all you're doing is turns. But there's the Candy Sky GTR. So far... highest rated? Or highest viewed? Wait. Video with the highest amount of views? Most amount of views? I don't freaking know. Anyway, 350Z drift car that I need to sell. 370Z. I prefer the 350s. 350Z over 370Z. I don't care if the 370 is supposedly better. 350 will always be better. But you can never find them in good condition, the 350s. That's odd. Oh, wait, I think I know why this car's different. This car isn't a full build. This, I think, has slightly it has one turbo stage less. I don't think it has an upgraded intercooler, and it might not have the upgraded oil catch can. While this one, I think, does. But, I mean, it's like 30 horsepower. 40 horsepower? I don't know. Who cares? 25th official build, by the way. That's just a daily. How I would, like, modify a 350Z if I owned one. The R34. Yeah, I'll sell one. I have the tune up. Okay, so most of my drift builds, you can find the tunes for them if you just search under the creator tab, Sunset 801, of course. But, yeah, you should be able to find the tunes for these, or just watch the video and copy it yourself. But, I will sell this car. Oh, looks like I sold a car. You know, I'll just do 1,000,000 credits. I don't know if that's actually going to get that high, because it's an R34, but whatever. It's also bright blue. Well, I mean, vibrant blue isn't a color, but it's blue. And blue GTRs will sell. Especially R34s, which are Also extremely hard to come by. Because they're so expensive. Everyone loves them because Paul Walker. Rest in peace, my guy. And I have the most auctions that I can. Okay. Wow, the 370Z already sold. I literally just put that up there. Oh, the Corvette's gonna sell. Damn, because I know there was a guy who wanted to buy the Porsche Carrera GT I had. Wow, 208,000 credits for this. I mean, okay. Sure. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. I guess the key when you're selling a car, make sure it has an anime cover on it. Because it's sold. So, it seems I'm at the maximum number of auctions I can have. And the only other car that will sell is this Corvette. It's a very good car. This person is getting a great deal if they buy it for 100K. Anyway. Back up to 7 million credits. Let's see what kind of cars we can find. Formula Drift, huh? Actually, can't I get this for free? Why am I bidding on this? Damn it. That's a waste of 30K. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get that for free, because I have the DLC for it. Aventador? Nah, too expensive. That might be cool. But I'm not paying retail for that. McLaren F1. Meh. Oh, it already sold out anyway. That would be cool. I have one of these, but I'm not paying 6 million credits for it when I got mine for free. This is an underrated car. I've done a build for that exact car. You can find that in the playlist again. Yes, it's pink. At least my build is. But it's a great car, I promise you that. Oh, all the auctions are complete. And the Volkswagen Type 2 bus. I'm surprised that didn't get as many views as I thought. Like, I actually loved that drift build because it's so unorthodox. And it's so unorthodoxly awesome. Like, if I could pedestal the Volkswagen bus build, I would, because it's just that good. Of course, my best build to date would have to be the Acura, the 2017 Acura NSX. That is my highest scoring build. No, I was just in my bids. So I just realized that I've apparently been streaming for nearly an hour and I haven't built a single drift car. I might do that one, but I think that's only a V6. I prefer a V8. ATS GT, what the hell? That's basically a Fox body Mustang, but 4 doors. Wow, $2.1 million. It's expensive. Ooh, Grand National. That would be interesting. The problem is, I don't know... Did Buick ever make any manual Grand Nationals? I don't think they ever did. Huh. Well, then again, I've done automatic builds, but... I play in manual mode anyway. 3 people are watching again. Yay. McLaren Speedtail. Too expensive. That is a cool car. Yay, I won the GNX. Or Grand National, I should say. Alright, that's enough touring the auction house. Let's go and make a drift car. Drift car, drift build, whatever. I'm gonna see. Let me see if I can start recording as well. Alright, I hit the record button. So I know exactly what car I'm gonna build. The 365 GTB/4. In my opinion, the ugliest car ever made. Apart from maybe like the Toyota Prius and the Fiat Multipla. Just Google the Fiat Multipla. I mean, admittedly, it's not that bad looking of a car. And if it was in real life, I'd probably like it a little bit more because it's a classic Ferrari. But I can't get over this front grille. Like, it's one big thing of glass. It looks like a bad smile, or like... I don't know what I could equate it to. Like, picture RoboCop with, like, his helmet. Like, that glass part on the Ferrari, that's basically his visor. Like, it reminds me of, like, a bad 80s movie or something. Wow, this thing has 405 horsepower stock. I don't know what the 4.5 liter V8 is. It's probably another Ferrari or something. I'm interested to see what this thing will actually do. Of course, we have to do the correct wheel drive, which is rear wheel drive. Alright, let's remove all the bumpers. We don't need the crappy Forza wing. Remove all bumpers. Why not? Basically making it a Euro spec car. Usually put race tires on because I like having at least a little bit of grip. I try not to upgrade the front tires too much. Damn, you could put 305s on this? Holy shit. Alright, let's go 275. So we got 235s in the front, and we got 275s in the rear. Try not, you gotta try not to make the front wheels too big, because otherwise you'll start having too much grip. I think I know exactly which wheels I want on this car. Not those. We're gonna go classic HREs. Oh, we are not having 15s on this car. I'll do 17s. But we're not having 15s. Actually, nope, we'll work on the drivetrain last. Alright, let's do motor. Can't even read that. It looks like 564 horsepower now. Yep. let's see. Wow, only 667 horsepower and 563 pound-feet of torque. That's not a good drift build, to be honest. Alright, forgive me, not a powerful drift build. I haven't even tested it to see if it's any good. Let's put a roll... do I even need a roll cage? I mean, I really don't want to. So we're just gonna put that one bar in. Yay, we made it under 3,000 pounds. Ah. Completely almost forgot the drivetrain. Clutch, transmission. So basically full build, stock motor. Well, alright. The original motor that came with it. This isn't an engine swap. Here are the specs. On the actual video that I'm recording, I will likely be zoomed in on this part. And, like, of course the video will probably be silent and whatnot. Alright, 30-30 is usually what I do for tires. Gearing. So, most of my builds have always been 4th gear reliant. I don't know if you can see the lines there, but count the red line as, like, line 0, and just go 2 lines down. So like 1, 2, second or third from the top. It's probably like, if you look at like where the 4 is, it would be line number 6. But this is pretty much what I do. I try to make the 4th gear short enough to where I can like hold revs, but long enough to where I have enough power, if that makes any sense. Alignment, so when you put on the drift suspension, this is usually what happens when you get, as far as alignment, you get -5 degrees camber for the front, but -1.5 for the rear. I usually go -2, just cause. And angle, of course, has to be 7 degrees high. Pardon me while I blow my nose. Damn, I nearly blew out my fucking eardrums. Anyway. Actually, can I even say that on stream? Ah, who cares? Suspension, or anti-roll bars, need to be stiff as hell, but not too stiff. Rule of thumb, 3/4 of the way is good for both of them. So like, we're going to keep it around 45.6. Yeah, that'll do. I usually keep the fronts a little bit, like a degree more than the rears. My personal experience is that it helps with oversteer, because the rear end tends to slip out really easily, and this kind of helps prevent it a little bit. Springs, you do the same with the anti-roll bars. You want to bring it up to about 3/4 of the way. This ought to be alright. The numbers will always be different depending on the car you're using, but 1,000 pounds to like 12, like between 1,000 and 1,200 is usually a good number. Sometimes it'll be lower, sometimes it'll be higher, like, I don't know, 800, or it'll be like 1,500 for something. Hey, my BMW M3 is sold. That's good. And with ride height, I usually like to keep it as low as possible, but I will do an extra 0.1 degree. Just because I don't want the cars bottoming out. Rebound stiffness is usually the same. Rule of thumb, 15, if you can. Or like 14.5, something like that. And then bump stiffness, don't usually have to worry about this, but rule of thumb is almost always 6.0. Aero brake and differential I never really touch. The only time I've ever really touched the differential for a drift build was when I was trying to build a McLaren Senna, but that's because that thing is a bitch, and I'm really tired of it. So we're going to apply that setup. I'm just going to go through the tuning setup one more time for the video, just so I have it. Bear in mind this for a few seconds. For you guys, it's going to seem a little bit boring, but for me, in the video, it's going to be kind of epic because there's going to be music, there's going to be silence, pretty much, and everyone's going to be nice and happy. Also, what you don't see a lot of the times in my videos is the car mastery, where you can have these, like, extra % boosters, or perks, rather. I usually do them for like the drift cars if it's like I can up my score, which is how I get so many points, as you can see. My Gremlin did not sell. What a bummer. My Alfa Romeo 4C did not sell, and I have an extra wheel spin. I don't know, depending on what you guys want to see in the chat, if you want to see the wheel spins at the end, I'm happy to oblige. But otherwise, I will be doing them at the end. This car design... What? I didn't know that. Oh well. Wow, the R8 didn't sell. That's a bummer. I thought it would. Alright, what are we painting this bad bitch? Blue is usually my favorite color. No, that doesn't look too bad. Granted, these are factory colors. You know, since we're going with like the theme of 80s spaceship, I'm gonna go with it. Let's see, does this look any good? Polished carbon fiber. Yeah, what the hell. It has one mirror. Wow, I just noticed that. Okay, what are we painting the HREs? Yeesh. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, personally, the alloy looks good on this car. You know, honestly, I'm gonna keep it regular aluminum. But I will tint the windows. And then what, normally I will do like the cinematic at this point, but because we're doing this on stream, I'm going to show you this. Basically just the 360 degree view of the car. It doesn't actually look that bad now. It actually looks presentable. I don't know why I emphasize that, but forgive my allergies. It almost looks like an Aston Martin. I guess that's because of the color. Anyway, let's go test it out, but before that, I might as well reclaim some of my auctions. Wow, I can't believe an hour has already gone by that quickly. It's amazing how fast time goes by. I don't mean to get all philosophical. I just had a weird random thought. Damn it, the Bentley 8-liter did not sell. I'm disappointed. Oh, cool. Oh, they both sold. That's good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy they both sold. BMWs usually sell because everyone loves Beamers, even though they're horrendously unreliable. In real life, at least. I almost considered buying one at one time. Although when I sat in the BMW, it was a 7 Series, by the way, like a 2001 740IL with a V8. I sat in it. It had no, like, center console area. It had no radio. It had, like, a lot of the interior bits taken out for some reason. But I will say it did have, like, actually, no, I take that back. It didn't have the original phone. Yeah, it was one of those cars in the era where you'd have like a car phone. But anyway, enough digressing. Alright, sold for 100k. That's good. I don't know if any other cars are gonna sell, but we have a drift car to do, or drifting to do. And it's raining. And yes, I have to pay for fast travels because I haven't unlocked all the fast travel signs. I haven't really cared to drive around the map the whole time, although I have discovered the entire map. I'm not one of those sign hunters. Although I was in Horizon 3. Which, that's a topic for another video, but Horizon 3 is better than Horizon 4. Hot take. Like, Horizon 3 was a lot brighter. It had a more welcoming feeling. The highways were more fun. It's cool to have the changing seasons, but it's so gloomy in this game. Backfires, though. Button again. And let's record a drift.
arrived at your destination.
So actually, this isn't that bad. Sure, the drift was horrible, but I've had worse. It actually has done better than the McLaren Senna, the Lamborghini Miura P400. It's done better than the Nissan Titan drift car that I tried to do. It's done better than my original Mazda RX-7. It's not bad, actually. Sure, it's a little bit difficult to keep power in fourth gear, but I'm blaming that on the turbos. If I went supercharger, it'd probably be easier, but with supercharger, I'd have less horsepower. It also has less torque than horsepower, which kind of makes a difference, but then even when it doesn't. Sell this to me. I guess it's actually really good camera, which surprised me. Not far off the pace as far as points compared to like most of my average drift builds. Like sure, most of my builds now are getting like 300,000 by this point, if not 340. But hey, really just longer games, but I wasn't expecting to do that. Now 400 might be a different story. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
At your destination.
Alright, I'm gonna do one more drift, just so I can see if I can get above 360. Because if I can get above 360, then it's a success. Based on like just what like this power.
entered your destination.
And it's not going to show what I just got there, but this is my record among my friends, 472,000. As you can see, I'm in position 36,811. Change filter. Number 1 right now is, oh my goodness, a Shelby Monaco King Cobra. 673,632 points. That's the dream, boys. And that's actually changed. It used to be, I think actually it was one of these Dodge Vipers that got it. That had the top record. But it's good to see that a car that isn't a drift car or like a JDM car be number 1. Yes, it's American, I know. And it's like one of like 5 ever made. But still, that is a nice thing to see, especially because it's a car that I personally wouldn't think to see up there. Like this Ford Super Van 3, I don't know how the hell that got up there, but actually there's a second Monaco King Cobra. That's cool. And there's a third one. Damn, I need to get one of them then. Same with this Dodge Viper. These Dodge Vipers have been really good. Yeah, but hey, there's a Lotus Elise GT1. I might actually do one of those as well. Okay, let's see here. Oh, lots of messages. Yay! Oh, holy shit. 86 downloads for one of my tunes in the last 3 days. Like, holy shit. That's the most I've had so far. That's really cool. And I've got super wheel spins. Okay, let's see what's sold. Dodge Viper didn't sell. Ford Mustang. Hey! The Sunset 5.0 has sold. The Challenger sold. The Datsun 510 did not sell. The Chevy 150 did not sell. What a shame. The El Camino did not sell. Hey, this 150 actually sold. The Nova 69 sold. The Ford GT, of course, has sold. Corvette sold. M3 sold. Not sell, do not sell, blah 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 blah. Business payout because I do that. And because I like to torture both myself and other people, let's watch some wheel spins because why not? I have a few that I can use today, so why not? Yay, I got 200k, or 225 rather. This is also how I was able to make a lot of money. Wheel spins. Could be worse. It could be all clothing. Then I have 2 more wheel spins that I can use. Yeah, not the greatest thing in the world, but okay. What are we getting next? Okay, this game does not like me today. Yes, add it to the garage. Why not? Fourth person in the chat. Joni sends. Hey. What's up, my guy? Girl, my dude. I don't know what to say there, but anyway. Looks like there's 2 more car packs from the marketplace. Of course, I have everything because I have the $100 version of the game. But anyway, I'm actually gonna. You know what, I was thinking about ending the stream, but I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Let's go back to the festival, check out the auction house, see if I can maybe sell some more cars, even though I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to. Okay. Yay! I have some sold cars. Oh wow, that actually sold for a lot more than I thought it was going to. 100k, nice. 70k, okay. We still have a few more auctions to go. You know what? Once this last auction ends, I'll probably end the stream there. Okay, now all the auction notifications are gonna start coming in. Just gonna collect the credits first because that's always quickest. Because building drift cars is very expensive, if I haven't mentioned it already. No, building cars in general, I should say. We still have about 5 cars left. Gonna collect them up. See if I can sell any more cars. Although I've probably hit my maximum for tonight. I don't know what the cooldown is. Anyone know what the cooldown is for the auction house for Forza Horizon 4? Is it like 24 hours or something? Or is it like 45 minutes or something? Wait, the Sandman actually sold? You're kidding me. That thing never sells. Huh? I wasn't expecting that. Yay, I finally got rid of this piece of shit. Finally, I don't like the CRX. Eek. Like, get it out. Give me the money for it. Forgive me if you love the CRX, I'm just not a fan. Oh wow, both of my GTRs sold. Like, finally for this one, but damn. Huh. Looks like they were all bought by Chocolate Shake. Or Chocolate Shake 9. I mean, if you're watching this stream, hello and thank you for buying all my cars. But if not, otherwise, hello and thank you for buying all my cars. I mean, that's more money for me and more room for drift cars. I probably shouldn't have sold the Sandman, because there was a lot of potential there that just wasn't. Anyway, I've collected all these. I just need to collect these two. Okay. Can I start an auction? Just gonna go with a random car. Oh yeah, the TSR-S. The funny car with the dancing wing. I will try and make a drift car out of that, but supercars and hypercars are very difficult to make drift cars out of. Same with the Willis Jeep. I mean, 1,300 horsepower in a Jeep. Just think about that real quick. Alright, let's try and sell this Iron Knight. They've gone down in value tremendously, but if I can sell it, great. If I can't, oh well. For a second, I thought my game froze. You have reached the maximum number of auctions for this time period. God damn it. Well, okay then. Well, I really don't want to end the stream on that note. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get into another drift car. Which, actually, before I do, you will see the video for the 365 GTB Ferrari sometime within the next day or two. Tomorrow I am planning on recording Skyrim again, which I realize it's not doing well. And no one's watching it because it is longer videos. Skyrim really isn't that popular anymore, even though because it's such an old game at this point. But I love the game. Lots of other people still love the game. I'm going to continue playing it because it still has rewatchable value, if that makes any sense. Because, like, it's a game that you can watch while you're playing the game as well. Like, I can't be the only one who's done this, but you watch a game at the same time while you're playing a game just because you like that background noise. Anyway. It's one of those things that you put on in the background. You're doing whatever you're doing your work, your homework, you're playing the game itself, doing dishes, whatever, and you just don't think about it. Whereas, like, the drift builds you're watching because you are trying to mimic it. You want to build the car as well. That's why I make the drift build, so like other people can drift with me or drift the same car as me, or like if they want a 350Z drift car, for example, and like they can build one as well. Just look at that car. I tried to take a screenshot as if it was a Steam game, and I don't think it did anything. I'm just gonna save that photo real quick.